Perhaps one of the best things you can ever do for yourself is always put your potential in question. I find people who are rigid into, no, me, I'm the maths type of guy. Me, I'm the language type of guy. I am only. I can only work with my hands. And they disregard these other things completely. And not that they don't want to. You can see in their eyes that they actually do want to be in the cycles of the smarts, let's say. But they have just shunned themselves into a corner of me, I'm working with hands only. I actually find people who are playing that role to be actually arrogant. You arrogant. The arrogance to think that you know yourself to that extent. Yes, I said that. How can you see it? I don't know myself. I'm myself. I know myself. Then you're a dummy who's also arrogant because you don't know nothing about psychology in that way. Because we don't know much about ourselves. We don't. That's why when you go drink and you come tomorrow, they tell you did this and this and this and this. You're like, me? That's why when you are scared, you jump this high fence and you're like, I can't believe myself I've died. That's why mothers, when their child is trapped under a car, they lift that car. You don't know much about yourself. You don't know little about you. You know little about yourself. And also, it's an insult to God, really. Like he'll be putting so much potential in you, and you're like, you know what? I can only do these marks, and I can't do anything else. Man, you can create tiles, maybe. Like you constraining yourself only to one area of life. Let's say you were born in a time where there were no marks. You mean to tell me you were gonna be nothing in those times? If you are a mechanic now and you constrain yourself into being a mechanic, you mean to tell me before cars you could have been nothing else? You could have been good for nothing? That seems silly and arrogant to me to try to constrain yourself in that particular manner. And also, there's a liberation that comes with being curious with your potential, right? Because then in H&L you are adaptable. You are, when you are put into a different situation, you can excel in that. Your different situation can excel in that, and that broadens your span of how much you can see yourself and how much you can see you are capable of. I did sciences at school. I was in the top 10 of Free State. I dare say actually I was kind of fighting for number one in that. When I was at varsity, I did finance. I got a golden key for finance. And now I'm in the outer world. I'm starting a business. And best believe this is no hassle. This is a company, this is a business, and I'm taking it to JSE, if not New York Exchange somewhere claro. Because I don't know the limits of my potential. I don't know. We want to see. We'll always test them. And people constrain themselves. They constrain themselves even before they even try anything, really. There was a girl when we moved from intermediate to high school. They asked her, hey, high school has top 10s, right? Her answer to that was, not yes, I know this. It was, that will be for Abo Laki, Abo Tuso, and Abo Tapen. Without even trying at all, she already eliminated herself off the picture. This is not to say you should do things that are not interesting to you, but things that are interesting to you, cannot close yourself out of them just because. And the best way to always have a paradigm shift of how much you are able to do, always intend to break your current ceiling. Always. Whether it's you exercising, if you are doing 20, go 30. That will break your initial imagination that, yeah, and you know, this thing of mind over matter is actually true. When you thought that you can only go as far as 10 push-ups, when you are at 9, at 8, you can already feel your hands shaking and everything. But then if you're thinking, no, actually I have to go to 20, you pass 10 like it's nothing. You blitz past it like it's nothing. The same is true for all these other areas of your life. If you're like me, I'm the type of guy who reads a book in a single day. 20 pages is nothing to you. You just blitz past it. But if you're like, hell man, me at least I'm like 5 pages. 20 pages is, I can't even imagine what you think about the whole entire book. You most probably don't even finish books at all. But once you're like, you know what, this semester, 6 months, I want to have completed like 12 books. Your speed, your preparedness, your body, it will be in line with having to complete 12 books. Will it be difficult? Yes, it will be difficult. But then things that are difficult for people who think small will not be difficult for you, and you will have the speed blessed past them like nothing. And it's very necessary for you to grow. It's very necessary for you to actually achieve big things in life. People like Elon Musk, they have businesses that is, Elon Musk has $500 billion in net worth. $500 billion. I saw this stats yesterday. It blew my mind. I just had to sit back and think, man, I must be doing something wrong completely. This man has probably like 7, 8 top tier businesses, and I'm here. Man, come on now. So your Elon Musks, they unlocked something very crucial to their lives. He's not all these things. Elon Musk cannot be all these things. He cannot be a constructor, a car builder, and rocket builder, and software engineer, and how can he always have all these things? But he does, because he never put limiters to his potential. He did one thing and that led to his paradigm shift, and he moved. From there, he never stopped at anything. He wants to do something, best believe he's doing it tomorrow, because he is adaptable. And being adaptable comes from believing that your potential is not constrained somehow. You will figure it out somehow. And obviously, you don't want to be foolish and say, you're God now. But you have to gather small wins, right? In the gym, push your boundaries. In your work, push your boundaries. Your previous limiters, 10% a little bit more challenge. 25% a little bit more challenge. And I trust and believe me, after like 4 or 5 wins of that nature, your paradigm shift will have completely changed. You will have switched up, you'll be a different beast by now. Now you will be thinking, you know what, maybe I can do everything. Take me for an example. I don't think in this planet there's anything I can't learn. Like, I believe that in my blood, there's nothing I cannot not learn in this planet. And that didn't just come overnight on me. Man, people who know me for a long time, like Adaptable now, they know where I'm coming from. But I'm here now because I've collected evidence throughout time by being curious about my potential. I'm just curious. All right, hey, can I or can I not? Let me put my best foot forward. Let's see what happens. And truly mean best foot forward. In any case, as is always the case, hopefully my students actually are watching this, and this actually, because this applies to them more than anyone else. As it is always the case, God gave you permission to be here. Make it good, make it better.